New representatives are the biggest problem because it's what I call a smokescreen objection. It's not a real objection. They didn't tell you what they have to think about. It's like, I want to think about it. What's the problem? Okay, like, I don't get it. All right, what do you have to think about? All right, so so it seems like a big problem, but it really is. It's really the easiest one to handle. Okay, and so all you have to do with think about it is you handle it before it comes up, just like everything else. That's why we have 15-day trial period. So, if you haven't figured it out yet, I'll tell you the easy way to handle all these objections. You just say them first. Whoever says it first wins. Okay? That's how it works. Okay? So, ready? You can't afford it. Miss Jones, I was a college student. I couldn't afford it, but I found a way to get it. Right now, I can't say that. Miss Jones, most people think their knives are okay. They've had them for 10, 15, 20 years. But, the thing is, they go bad after this. Would you agree with that? Yeah, sure. Okay? Too expensive. Miss Jones, this is more expensive. This is more expensive. This is more expensive. This is more expensive. Oh, okay. I can't say that now. Mrs. Jones, this last part of the guarantee is for people who want to think about it. I just take care of that, okay? So you just have to say these things before they say it, all right? If their husband isn't there, or their wife isn't there, which you definitely should not be doing the demo with the husband without the wife, but if the wife isn't there, or the husband isn't there, what are they going to say at the end? I got to talk to my husband, I got to talk to my wife. You know they're going to say that. You can see that as soon as I walk in the door, I go, hi, Mr. Jones, let's grab a seat. Where's your husband? He's not here. I have to take care of this husband thing. It takes me 35 seconds to figure that out, okay? But sometimes new reps, it's not enough to know it, you have to do it, okay? It's like if you know the bridge is out and you're driving your car, and then you go over the bridge and you crash to your death, and as you're falling, you go, I knew it! Okay? Well, who cares if you knew it, all right? You got to turn the car, okay? You got to actually do something about it. So, sometimes reps tell me all the time, oh, I knew that. Well, why didn't you take care of it? All right? Knowing is only half the battle, as I said on G.I. Joe, and now you have to do the other half. G.I. Joe, you guys don't know G.I. Joe. Anyway, okay, so the 15-day trial period, I'll do it, and then I'll give you some verbiage to throw into your demo, okay? So, Mrs. Jones, the last part of our guarantee is the 15-day trial period. The cool thing about this, I love the trial period. What do you think of the product so far that I've showed you? What do you think I said? It's great. I go, well, Ms. Jones, I only showed you 2. Okay, we cut a piece of rope, and I cut a penny for you. Sometimes I'll say 3 because I peeled in the beginning of my demo. Okay, so I've showed you 3, Miss Jones. Now you know what, Miss Jones? I'm going to show you all this stuff, and you know what? You're going to love everything. Everything I show you, you're going to love. But you know what's going to happen after I finish showing you everything? You're not going to know what you want to buy, and you're going to want to think about it. You're going to wish your husband was here so you guys can make a decision together. And that's just what happens when I show Cutco to people, because it really is that good, and people don't know that when I get over. So, however, that's why the company put this 15-day trial period in. So this way, it protects 2 people. It protects me because I don't have to come back over and do another demo for your husband because I don't get paid for that. And if you don't buy anything, then I just kind of wasted my time. And that's how it goes. So it protects me from having to call you back and keep calling you and harassing you about knives, so I don't have to do that. And the 15-day trial period protects you, so that way you don't have to spend a lot of money today without talking to your husband that you can't get back. And also, with any of our sets, you can put a 20% deposit down today, try out the set, talk to your husband, and then if you guys decide that you don't want to keep it, you can get 20% back. If you decide you want to keep a couple pieces, then you just pay for what you keep. And if you don't like everything, as I said, you get all the money back. If you like the whole thing, you pay it off over 5 months, or half a year. So isn't that kind of cool? Yeah. Oh. Okay. So they have to think about it anymore. No more thinking. Okay. Now I've just taken that pressure away from them. All right. So let's go through. Let me give you some of those phrases. Okay, that I just said. You can just put them in bullet points and just make sure you say them all. Okay. Protects 2 people, me and you. Protects me and you. Protects me from having to call you and harass you about knives. By the way, what did I just politely tell them? I'm not doing what? I'm not calling you back. I just told them that. Okay? So I don't have to keep calling you back and harassing you about knives, which I hate doing. Okay? And it protects me from having to harass you, which is what you're doing, by the way, when you call them back in a week. All you're doing is calling them and asking me to want to buy knives. Okay? By the way, people, I'm going to get to the next point in a second, protect them, but just understand the psychology of what happens to people, okay? When people say, call me back next week, okay, the reason why they do that is because they're just confused, okay? And they don't have all they don't feel like they have all the information, or they don't understand why they should get everything. They're confused about something. So are they going to get more information over the next week? No, okay? And by the way, when you call them back in a week, when they say they're going to think about it, I'm going to tell you they lie. They're just lying. they're not going to think about it, okay? You leave, and they stop thinking about it, okay? Like, that's what happens, right? They don't go, hey, you know what, Nadia's going to call us back in a couple of days. We got to have a family meeting here and get a decision together for her for these knives. Like, what are we going to do? Okay, let's do some research on this, all right? Like, they don't do that. They just get rid of you, and then they just don't think about it at all. You know when they do think about it again? When you call, all right? And they're vacuuming, and the phone rings, ring, and they, hello, hey, it's Nadia. What do they think? Oh, right. Okay, the knives. And immediately you are now a bill collector, or you're a telemarketer. That's who you are, okay? And that's what happens, okay? So the thing is, by the way, when people tell you we want to think about it or call me back next week, you don't want that to happen, okay? Because that's what happens all the time. It never turns into a sale. And even if they say we're really, really, really going to get it next week, give us a call back. They believe they're going to get it, but they're not, because all they do as you leave, they just start forgetting stuff. They don't remember thermal resin. You think when you call back next week, they remember the 4 parts of the guarantee? No. Or the nickel silver rivets, or all that stuff. So what happens is all of the value goes away, all the reasons they wanted to buy go away, and all they remember is $900 for a set of knives. And when you call them back next week, they're like, I can think of 100 things now I need to do with that $900 rather than spend it on knives. Does this make sense? Okay? So I hope you understand it. And it's not that these people are lying, they really want it now. They have all the information now. In a week from now, they're not going to have all that information. They're going to forget. Okay? So you have to handle it before it comes up. So let me go back to protecting points. So it protects me from having to call you back and harass you about knives. And it protects you, okay? It protects you from buying something that you don't really need or want. And so it protects you from buying something that you don't really need or want. So it protects me from having to call you back and harass you, and it protects you from buying something you don't need or you want. You can also throw in there if the husband's not there so you can discuss it with your husband. All right? Now, another bullet point is 20% down on any set. Again, talking about sets. By the way, Ms. Jones, you could put 20% down. Remember, all of our sets are over $300, so they can do a 5-payment plan with any of those sets. So you can put 20% down on any set, and you get the whole set. More set words. So you can put 20% down on any set, and you'll get the whole set to try out. And that way you and your husband can discuss it. You don't have to write all these words down, but you get the point, right? Okay? So 20% down on any set, and you get the whole set to try out. Okay, it's just a 5-month payment plan. You just write up an order just like regular, and they use their credit card and whatnot just like regular. Go to the video on, just so you know. Cool. All right. So that's how it goes. All right. So and here's the last bullet point. You don't have to make a big decision today. So the best part of there's one more bullet point after that. So you don't have to make a big decision today. So you don't have to make a big decision today. Do people like making decisions? No. Do you like making big decisions? No. Do you like making big decisions today? No. Definitely not. Okay? So they definitely would like to put that off. Okay? So what you're doing is you're just letting that pressure go away. Ms. Jones, so you don't have to make a big decision today. You can try it out, play with it, see what you like, see what you don't like. By the way, Ms. Jones, I can extend this 15 days to 30 days if you like. So that way you can have a whole month to try it out and see what you like. Okay? So that's how you handle it. Now, last bullet point. This part is for people who want to think about it. So just write that down. That actually should be number 1 bullet point. Okay? First thing you say, Ms. Jones, 15-day trial period, Ms. Jones, is if people want to think about it. Oh, I'm one of those people. Okay? So, see, and the thing is, by the way, guys, what you have to do is you have to remember to say these things before you get it. Because here's what's going to happen in the next couple days, right? I'm going to handle your objections before they come up. Okay? In the next couple days, you're going to do some more demos, and customers are going to tell you, I got to think about it. And you're going to forget to do this before you do it, and they're going to say it, and then you're going to remember that I told you this after they say, I got to think about it. You're going to be like, oh, but you got the 15-day trial period, and then it's too late. Okay, does that make sense? So you have to put this in before you do your demo, or before they say the objection. See, once you ask them to buy, now they put the wall up. Okay, and you're like, they're like, I can't afford it, and you're like, okay, well, Ms. Jones, we got payment plans. No, I can't afford it. Okay, we got a smaller size. I can't afford it. Yeah, but it's only we got a peeler. I can't afford it. Okay, it's free. I'll give you free. I can't afford it. Can't afford it. Okay, and that wall is there.